What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. In today's reaction, I'm going to be listening to a band that I honestly haven't listened to in a really long time. And this came up because recently I was talking to one of my friends in Germany. They were like, hey man, I don't know if you saw, but Ignite put a new music video out. And in my head, I was thinking my German friend is probably talking about a German band called Ignite that I'm not familiar with. So when I looked up this music video, I saw that I am familiar with this band because this is the Ignite from Southern California. These guys have been around since like the early 90s. And I'm not going to sit here and be a poser and tell you guys like, I love this band and used to listen to them a ton, because I really haven't. But while I haven't listened to them a ton, I am familiar with their name because their name has come up all the time because they were part of the same circle bands that I listened to a ton of in high school. Stuff like Pennywise, NoFX, Bad Religion, Face to Face, Anti-Flag, stuff like that. So I'm excited to check this out today because I found out this is their first material with a brand new singer as well. And just recently, on September 17th, 2021, they actually released a new EP, or more along the lines of a single because it's only a couple songs. But that came out via Century Media Records, and it has the song that we're about to check out and another one. So if anybody's interested in checking that out, I'll throw a link below where you can check that out. But let's not waste any more time, man. I will link this original video in the description below. And today, I'm going to be listening to Ignite, and for the first time hearing their brand new single, the Anti-Complicity Anthem. Let's go. All right. Dude, this is like just signature SoCal punk sound. Like, I mean, so many bands that I grew up listening to have this same kind of sound, and I absolutely love it. And this Southern California sound had such an influence on other areas too. I mean, look at Anti-Flag, they're from Pittsburgh. Early Rise Against, they're from Chicago. Like, this is a very staple sound, man, and I absolutely love it. This is a really quick video, so I'm not going to do like super over the top gear breakdowns, but there is one thing right away that I thought was really cool is both guitar players, at first I thought they were both rocking Gibson SGs. They look like Les Paul Specials, the double cutaways, which you don't see terribly often. But that's pretty cool, man. I'll have to just really look again and double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what they is, or that's what they are. And both guitar players are rocking Marshall stacks. It looks like they're using JCM 900s, which is the 90s version of the very popular JCM 800. It also has an additional channel compared to the 800 as well. Very popular amps. You see them on a lot of punk, a lot of rock, a lot of metal. And then if we get another break, I'll talk about bass and drums real quick, but it's pretty simple stuff in this one, man. I don't have to work that hard for this. Let's listen to some music. This is fucking great. So, like I said, it's been a while since I've listened to these guys, and I don't necessarily remember them sounding exactly like this, but now I'm really intrigued to go back and check out a lot of the stuff that I've missed. Obviously, the vocals are different than what I remember because pretty much for 25 years, they had the same singer, Zoltan, or Zoli, as a lot of people know him by. He took one quick break from this band when he joined Pennywise for one album cycle. And it's funny because I know that a lot of Pennywise fans that I know like to pretend that that album never existed. I personally liked it. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't know the story here. I don't know why he left after 25, 26 years of being in this band, but I like this guy. This is great, man. I love this sound so much, man. Again, we've talked about this a lot, but so many people on this channel that watch my reactions peg me as this brutal metalhead. But I love shit like this, man. I listen to a lot of stuff like this at home, and now I'm really excited about it. So for the rest of the gear, it's pretty simple. The bass player is playing a Fender P bass. We see them all the time. One of the most popular basses ever made. And there's two Ampeg SVT Anniversary cabinets. They're 810s, 8 10-inch speakers. And Ampeg is another one of those popular ones, man. They've been around since the 40s. They've changed ownerships a lot, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, right now they're owned by the Yamaha guitar group. But Ampeg is what I started playing on when I started playing bass, because it's a go-to classic. They're solid, great-sounding amps, and I never am surprised when I see them in videos. And then their drummer is definitely playing Paiste cymbals and DW drums. Now, DW's got a really cool history, because when they started, I believe it was in the 70s, they primarily started as a hardware company and then later on started making drums. Now, even though a lot of drummers may not use DW kits, damn near every drummer is using DW hardware. Well, that might be an over-exaggeration, but a lot of drummers that I know prefer DW hardware. Pedals, cymbal stands, racks, everything, man, because they've built the reputation as making some of the most solid hardware in the drum industry, even if people aren't using their drums. I think that's it, man. Let's just listen to the rest of the song. We got like a little over a minute left because it's a just quick punk song, but I love it.
Anti-Complicity Anthem! When we take the law in our own hands, we make it so that our demand into watershed for a dying dream. If we take the law in our own hands, we make it so that our demand into watershed for a dying dream. I'd rather be here than to not be dead. I'll set my eyes open wide. Oh, what can we do? What can to take this away from soul? How far we crawl? Are we too confrontational? We don't look back now, destroy them all. Get off your knees to be seen, stand tall. How do we know? We're coming there from a crowd of thorns.
Yes, man. I'm getting a little emotional right now because music like this reminds me of being a kid, man. I loved it. Just being a rebellious kid, just listening to all this stuff, man. There were so many elements of that were like so specific to this genre and style. More specifically, again, the Southern California scene. The change in the bridge where it got a little more poppier. A lot of vocals going on in a lot of different places underneath the leads. The picked up rhythms and beats. Even the guitar lines, like leading into the song and coming out of the bridge and stuff like that. I mean, this is just really good, man. This is what I love about punk and rock and stuff like that. It's nothing over the top or anything like that. It's just solid music, man. I love this. Let's go talk more about it. Well, these guys are definitely back on my radar, and I'm kind of bummed that there's only a couple new songs out because I would love to hear a lot more of this. I can't wait. I'm going to keep my eyes on it and see when they have a brand new full-length studio album coming out, because just based off that, I'm definitely going to buy it whenever it comes out. And like I said in this video, man, this is the stuff that I grew up to. This is the stuff that I was listening to while I was also discovering metal when I was younger, man, and I absolutely love it. It's a familiar sound, it's super nostalgic, but the mixing and the audio of that was really good, man. It sounded very modern, and it sounded, I mean, I want to go check and see who mixed this, because it sounded really, really good. And I really love this guy's vocals, man. I'm not super familiar with who he is, actually not familiar at all, but I love his voice in this, and I'm sure he probably came from another band or something like that, so I'll look it up and we'll throw some information out and stuff like that. This was cool, man. I super dug this. I hope we get some more releases from these guys soon, and in the meantime, I'm going to go back and check out a lot of the stuff I've missed, because there's a lot of albums over the last 20 years that I'm sure I really haven't heard. So thank you guys very much for watching. If this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new reactions all the time. Subscribing is free, and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it also helps the channel. But if you disliked it, no big deal, man. Thank you very much for your time. You are free to click dislike and move on. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord I hang out on. I have a Twitch that I stream on. We have playlists on Spotify and Apple of all of the music from all the reactions I've ever done on here. So if you guys are interested in any of that, I'll throw links in the video description below. My handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.